Hi everybody. I wanted to do this video on cleansing, consecrating, and empowering your magical items. The way that I do it is really kind of the folk method, I guess, of the way you can do it. It's pretty simple. First off, whenever I cleanse items, I don't I do it through vibration, or like a retuning, or through toning, and just vibrational. Everything is, has a certain has a certain frequency that it vibrates at. And what happens is negative energies can lower that vibration, or bring, put different vibrations in there. Typically it's lowering the vibration. So, and it can be on any item, stones. Stones are the most sensitive to it, I believe, but also, like wands, jewelry, things like that. Really any item. So the way that I do that is typically through humming, just because it's the most accessible that I have. Anytime you cleanse something through vibration, it's just about the vibration that it makes. So bells, humming, tuning forks, singing bowls, things like that, all of those can be used in this manner to cleanse things or retune them. Consecrating items, the way that I consecrate items, when I consecrated my wand, this one was actually simpler than I usually do. I left it out overnight in the full moon. That's my idea of consecrating it. Also, I could, and I have in the past, left items out for a moon cycle, from full moon to full moon, or new moon to new moon, depending on like what it was. That way, and the reason that I do it like that is because in a full moon cycle, I feel like it gets in tune and blessed, if you will, by the forces of nature itself. It becomes part of nature. So any item that you make, like if it's jewelry, for instance, or a wand, crystal, whatever it is, it picks up the energies of nature. So like the energies of the fae and the nature spirits that's around in the land that you live on and stuff. And that's just my way of doing it. I've always consecrated items that way, and stating my intent, when I put it out there, presenting it as, my intent to consecrate this item, for nature and nature spirits and stuff like that, and for it to pick up the rhythms and cycles and whatnot of nature itself. So that's how I do my consecrations. And like I said, my wand I just did on the full moon, but you can do, from just the cycles from like the new moon to the full moon if you wanted to, or different things like that. You can use it in all kinds of ways. Anyways, so the way that I empower the item is, the way that I do it is by holding it. It's kind of infusing the energies. I do this same technique for a couple different uses, I guess. So when I empower the item, I just close my eyes and I hold it, and I visualize the energies from Mother Earth coming up through like my legs, okay, and filling my body, and or depending on what I'm doing, I'll see it coming down from like, the heavens, or whatever you want to call it, the universal energy, down through the soul star chakra and crown chakra, and filling my body with white light that way. And I just see it kind of like a tank almost in my mind's eye, like it filling up, and once it gets up into my arms and pours down my arms and goes through my hands into the object, and I just see it, close my eyes and visualize it filling this object also with that specific energy, whatever energy it is that I'm empowering it with. Sometimes it's just a blessing, like just a general, empowerment or whatever. So I empower it with earth energies or and or universal energies that way. I also do this, like I said, to infuse specific energies. Like if you have a quartz crystal is a good example because they're a good all-around general stone, so you can charge them and empower them. Charge them is the word, more than empower them. Charge them with different like jobs to do and stuff, and that's a good way to do it. And the way that I would suggest doing it, and the way that I have done it, is by holding it and doing the same kind of universal light, or you can do it like the earth also. But see which color, like if you wanted to empower and charge this crystal with love, for me it would be pink energy that I would see. So I would close my eyes and envision pink energy filling my body and then charging the stone. If you wanted to do it for healing, for me it would be green, so it would be green energy filling up and then charging this with green energy. Colors are just very simple ways of doing that for a specific, charging items for a specific thing. Usually, I use green, for healing. Obviously, I kind of use green as a general color just because I resonate really well with that color in general, being close to like nature, spirits, and fairies and the fae and stuff that I work very closely with. I sort of associate that color with quite a few things. So, and that way of charging and empowering items can also be used on anything, but also could be used on jewelry as a talisman if you want a simple way of charging a piece of jewelry or something for a specific goal. I want this for protection. And you close your eyes and envision whatever color you associate with protection filling you and then charging the item. You could do that with healing. You could do it with anything, like I said. But anyways, that's just my simple way of cleansing, consecrating, and charging or empowering items, spiritual items. So anyways, I just thought I would share. I hope you guys enjoyed. Blessed be.